Hey guys, what's going on? Hermdo back with you. And we're talking some conspiracies. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Let's get into this stuff right now. The first one is about the Great Reset featuring Tommy Sotomayor, and he gives us some facts about the situation at hand. Let's take a look at this.
Casey, all you gotta do is hit the Cash App, you'll be fine. Guiltless says they wouldn't go along with the cabal. M49 said, I never heard this before, and you won't hear it. How many of y'all know right now that by 2030, no matter what wealth you've amassed, it will be wiped out to zero? How many of y'all know that? I know this isn't the story in which we were supposed to be talking about on the show, but fuck it, I gotta talk about it. How many of you guys know that by 2030, your wealth will be, your wealth, everything that you've created, if you do not turn that shit into gold and whatever the fuck, it's gone. They're preparing right now for a global economy. Right, the Great Reset. All of your money, everything you've created, all of these things that don't mean anything, there's going to be a great reset by 2030. If you do not have gold or silver, things that you can barter and trade, you will be lost. They're resetting it, and they're going to go to a global currency. You're out.
If the evil government entities running the show behind the scenes, if they want the negative $50 in my checking account, they can have it. If they want my maxed out credit cards, go ahead and take it. I'm not planning on having much of anything of value in the next 7-8 years. So you know what, government, you want to pick my pocket, go ahead. You want my shitty Nissan Versa, just take it. You want my old ass computer that makes all these creaky groaning sounds, sure, go ahead, take it. But let's take a look at the comment section here. You will have nothing and be happy, NWO. That's their plan, but it won't happen in this timeline. They have already lost. If there is reset, why would silver and gold maintain value? I don't know, but Silver's World says, I could be dead by 2029. Stop worrying about things we can't control. Golden says, he is not lying. God told me everything that's happening now and definitely wanted me to buy gold and silver specifically. So God actually came down. He tells you to invest in private precious metals. That's definitely a good idea. God would know about that. I think he has a pretty good understanding of the markets. But yes, 100% true. Unfortunately, it's way deeper than that. Zero private property, etc., etc. All right, this guy is talking about 5G. It's a kind of a long video. We're going to watch a little bit of it, maybe a minute or so.
The vast majority of people don't realize is that this device you're holding in your hand, your phone, is in fact not a human invention. It's not a human creation. And truly what it is a quantum interface. Have you ever been scrolling on your social medias or browsing online and all of a sudden you have ads coming up for something that you didn't even mention, something that you only thought about?
But yeah, this happens to me sometimes. Like if I'm thinking about certain things, like I don't even mention them. I swear to God, I don't bring them up to anybody. But sometimes you're just thinking about stuff and it appears on your phone in the form of an ad. That's happened to me multiple times. But sometimes, like, the targeted ads or something. You know, you use the Auto Trader app, the cars.com app. I was browsing some cars earlier, and you know, when I go on Google on my phone, I get a bunch of ads about like they're trying to sell me like Ferraris and like supercars and stuff. But it's just like, you know, I mean, it all depends what you look at. Sometimes I just browse around, just see what's out there, just for shits and giggles. And I still get all these ads and all this targeted stuff on my phone because all these companies are selling your data. And eventually it's just like, even if you don't think you talked about it, at some point you probably put it into Google, or at some point you probably browsed for it on your computer. So I don't know if it's necessarily like it's reading your mind, but it's still kind of freaky.
And the reason for that is because these devices in your hand, these phones, interface with consciousness. They interface with your biofield. They interface with your electromagnetic field of the human body. They have access to your thoughts. It's synthetic telepathy. Not only do they have access to your thoughts, but they have access to all of your biological data, all of its rhythms. Now, they would like you to think that the purpose of this is to target ads at you, is to make money for profit, for big corporations, for businesses. But that's just the cover story. What it truly is is an object of control to keep you in line, to keep you running consciousness loops, to stop you from expanding, growing, and from stopping talking out about stuff that is happening in the world.
All right, that's interesting. I mean, it's a whole nother level. I mean, this guy's suggesting it's not just advertisements. It's something more cerebral. It's something that has to do with like the very energy your body gives off, and how it's like capitalizing on like, you know, or it's basically like controlling you in a way. I never really heard that before. Like, I don't know how devious these freaking cell phones are, but it's kind of funny to me. I mean, this is a new one on me, but let's take a look at the comment section. Rena says, I built this FYP brick by brick. This guy says, no weapon formed against me shall prosper. It's fallen angel technology. It's depicted in ancient hieroglyphs. Jesus can break any chain. If only you ask him, he is the way, the truth, and the life. You're going to get some guys like that in the comment section, some of the Jesus freaks out there. Charlie Boy Creative says, debunked the system years ago, thrown in the loony bin for speaking my mind about the system that chop you down so others can't override the system. But in the end, knowledge conquers all. We will win against the system if we are awake to it. Very interesting stuff, very cerebral kind of stuff. But what do you guys think? That kind of makes me think for a second there. Okay, let's check this guy's video out. This is Papa Bear Official. He's got some more 5G info he wants to lay on us.
I'm going to say it again. These 5G towers, they're not for internet and phone service. That's all a scam and a lie and a cover story for the Project Bluebeam technology, for the microwave weapon that it was designed to be, to zap you with frequencies and mess with your sleep and your health. This is not conspiracy theory. And by the way, those of you that want to throw out the word conspiracy theory, that immediately tells me how ignorant and asleep you are. You don't even know what that term, where it came from, or why they use it. It's simply to discredit whistleblowers, people telling the truth. So when you throw that term around, you just show that you're asleep and a sheep. That's it. So I'm going to show you this video because a lot of these are starting to come out now. These companies and these small mom and pop shops that fix your cell phones on a daily basis. When you take them in, they're broken or they need repairs or a new screen. These people that own these repair shops.
You know, it's like the repair shops and whatnot. I've had to take in my cell phone. Taking your cell phone in, especially if it's an older cell phone, a few months old, or the new model already came out, you got the older model, it's damn near impossible to get the thing repaired at like an official shop. Like I'm a T-Mobile customer. If I go to T-Mobile trying to get a new phone and trying to repair my phone, they cook up a bunch of excuses. The same thing last time when I was with Verizon. I had this old Samsung. The screen was cracked, and I tried to get it fixed. They're just like, it's this big, goofy thing, and you got to like sign up to go to it. I mean, you would think like, you know, I mean, this has been the case for a while, but you'd think like you'd be able to like replace the screen on it or like give you a new screen protector or something. But no, you got to call this number. You got to go see like a third party repair shop. It's kind of ridiculous. So, hey, maybe this guy's speaking some truth.
Shops are now making videos about what they're finding when they take your phone apart. There is no 5G chip in these phones. They're not only charging you more money for the phones and making a huge profit, but it's not even got the 5G in it. That's why your service still sucks. After all these billions of dollars spent on marketing about the blazing fast speeds you're gonna have. Check out the video.
I have two 5G phones in front of me. Right there is where the 5G chip is supposed to be. And right there is where the 5G chip is supposed to be. And again, I fix phones every day, so you can take this from a reliable source. There's not a single phone in Canada that supports 5G. There's not a single carrier in Canada.
I've said it before, I'm going to say.
Okay, interesting stuff, interesting stuff. Let's take a look at this comment section. And Latrice says, makes sense why now new cell phones can't open the back. They are harder to open and repair because Apple and other brands want you to buy a new phone instead of repairing them, so they would make more money. Those are happening with laptops that doesn't claim to have 5G. So it's because they don't want the devices to be repaired. Interesting stuff, interesting insight here. You got to wonder like what's the real point of all this is. But you remember all the features they've taken out of cell phones. There's no more headphone jack. You can't open it, replace the battery, replace the SIM card, or even put like a micro SD card in there anymore. It's really ridiculous, like limiting the features on these phones is planned obsolescence. Even if it isn't a conspiracy, even if it's not some mind control 5G conspiracy that like sucks out your soul with like radio waves or whatever with 5G waves, it's still a big freaking pain in the ass. And it just shows you how how bad technology is getting. And it's in everything nowadays. I mean, cars have like subscription services. If you don't pay like $50 a month for your new Toyota, like the features won't work. You won't be able to use remote start. The same thing with all these other technologies, like newer computers, newer phones, stuff have it. That's why I have a lot of old technology, old tablets. You know, my computer's pretty old. All the stuff I own, you know, it's getting up there, you know, and it kind of sucks to have older technology, but at the same time, it's like good because you don't know what they're packing with this new stuff these days. You don't know how they're monitoring you and shit. But let's check out the next video. All right, this is a video about deepfakes. You can see Morgan Freeman up there, and this guy right here. Apparently, they're using deepfakes to recreate
I am
a
not
speech.
Morgan Freeman, and what you see is not real. Well, at least in contemporary terms, it is not. What if I were to tell you that I am not even a human being? Would you believe me? What is your perception of reality? Is it the ability to...
That stuff's pretty freaky, yeah. So you're talking about like deepfakes, but this guy was talking about...
Deepfakes just became
This guy's talking about like a new AI software that can recreate like speech and like motion, like people moving around, like just from a photograph. So you put a photograph of like a famous person on there, and they can actually talk, and you know it's kind of freaky. I'll just show you.
detectable. The tool is called OmniHuman and is created by the same company who creates TikTok. It could create a fully deepfake video with mannerisms and everything from just a photo.
What would art be like without emotions? It would be empty. What would our lives...
And from my appearances on Roast, but I am not here to roast you tonight. I want you to know that, and how could I, really?
How do we deliver to 10 billion people affordable, nutritious, and sustainable food?
So don't trust everything you see online.
Yeah, okay. That's kind of freaky thinking. Like, if you're a famous person, like, that could definitely, you know, mess you up. Somebody could make a deepfake video of you saying, like, a slur or, like, advertising for some company that you didn't realize, and, you know, you're getting scammed out of money or whatever. But especially if it's a regular person, too. These days, you never know what's real and what's fake, you know. And it's just, like, it's getting to a point where, like, you're going to see more of this footage coming out, and you're going to assume it's real. The technology is here. This has been here. It's probably been here for a while. But let's take a look at the comments section here. I'm scared. I want 2010 back. This is kind of scary. The truth is, it appeared many years ago, but now it's upgraded and publicly announced. The first time I heard about it was around 2017, 2018. Here's a language I don't understand. Soon movie stars will be replaced with AI characters. The creator of the certain characters on screen will receive the royalties. I question if the guy in the bottom is just lip syncing the video. I trust nothing anymore. So yeah, people are sounding off about this kind of stuff. It's freaky, man. It really is. It really does scare the hell out of you, you know. Okay, let's end with this video here. This is these guys that found backpacks in the desert. Might be linked to UFOs. I'm not really sure, but this might have to do with human trafficking. They said UFO in the tag. I watched a little bit of this video. I don't know if it does have anything to do with UFOs, but it's pretty freaky nonetheless.
The government silenced him and kicked him off social media after he reported finding children backpacks and bones in the desert. The couple lives in a van on the US-Mexico border, and when they posted about their findings, it immediately went super viral. People thought that this could be leftovers from people trying to cross the border, but other people had darker suspicions.
We found this like little pond that's like north of an arroyo, and this thing is filled with kids' backpacks. And there's like if you dig down, there's backpacks. There's little kids' backpacks here. Like, there are kids' fucking backpacks here.
Last October, they contacted the police because they found bones. And when the police never followed up, they contacted the FBI. They also post that they see strange cars and planes around the site that they live. He then made a post where he was like, I'm really trying to spread awareness. I don't want money. I just want people to know about this and us to try to figure out what it is.
Appreciate you guys making sure we're okay, but like, I'm making a public declaration. Anyone that says we're trying to scam, anyone that says we're trying to do anything, I am not accepting any financial aid at this time at all. We're not going to let anyone try and accuse us of doing this for anything other than trying to get the word out there that this was weird. I don't even see how this got to be that big of a deal.
He posted this to over 100,000 followers. His account on here no longer exists. This is their Instagram Wiggins Wild World. They made a post.
You gotta wonder how many people throughout the years, how much of this stuff we never even hear of. Like, somebody finds something like this, they find something that the government or whoever wants to be swept under the rug, and they wind up getting disappeared. And this kind of stuff never sees the light of day. You've got to wonder about this stuff. I mean, this is some freaky shit. It's like, what the hell is going on with all this stuff? And what's with all the secrecy? The cops are like implicated. The FBI doesn't care. Or they want it covered up. It's bizarre. But let's take a look at this comment section here. All right, let's check out the comments. People need to open their eyes, hope that he is okay. They will never let us have the truth. Traffic equals money equals greed from government. Oh my God, the government knew all along. They usually assign us if you knew something. Hope they are safe. Sick world we live in. Can't trust anyone anymore. Question, why don't they open the bags to see if there's names of individuals? I'm not sure, but that's some pretty freaky stuff, man. That's some pretty freaky stuff. But I'm going to leave it there. Thank you all for watching with just a quick video going over some TikTok conspiracies. If you have any conspiracies you'd like me to check out, leave them in the comment section down below. Let me know your thoughts on anything you saw in the video today. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I really appreciate it. And that's all I got for you guys for right now. I'll talk to you later.